speaker who's speaking on behalf of the moratorium. There are a number of people who registered in support of it, including Shirley Haas of 2126 Grandview Place, Joan Roberts of 2109 Grandview Place, Catherine Eddy of 2112 Main, Ann Maslowski of 320 24th Street North, Aaron Maslowski, and Linda Lee of 312 20th South, and Barb Jansen of 762 22nd Street North. Move over to the other side, those who are in opposition to the legislation. The first speaker I have is Kent Gabrielson of 102936 Welsh Cooley Road, representing the Crosse Area Realtors Association.
Well, thank you. I do agree that more time needs to be done to consider solutions to the issues, but I don't think extending the moratorium is the best way to go. It's infringing on property rights of individuals, people that own their house now and need to sell it. It does make that more of a challenge, the uncertainties that it brings. And I feel that a moratorium is penalizing homeowners that own their home right now. Instead of, we're kind of setting a penalty up instead of trying to entice people to move to the city. I haven't heard any talk about things to do to draw people into the city. I've just heard things of rules to set more rules and regulations instead of saying how do we entice people to come to the city. What if we did things like where the city would waive the city portion of the property tax bill to new people that move to the city for the first year, or up to a certain dollar amount, or things like that that entice people to move to the city instead of setting more rules and more regulations and causing more people not to want to move here. I was talking to another agent today, and they have a house for sale, and they have had multiple people that want to buy it, but because of the uncertainty the moratorium brings, they don't know what that property value is going to do, so they're hesitant to make the buying decision. They may not want to rent it right now, but they feel that if their right to rent it in the future is gone, it lowers the value, so they're not ready to make that purchase. So we've got sellers of property right now that are being harmed by the moratorium that can't sell their property. There's homes that are sitting vacant right now that nobody wants to buy because of the moratorium. And they're not in a lot of them aren't even in these neighborhoods that, everybody that's here for these neighborhoods, it's 4 or 5 neighborhoods, maybe 25% of the city that's being represented by all the comments. And this moratorium is affecting the whole city. So my recommendation is to continue with the Neighborhood Revitalization Commission and all the committees, keep thinking of good ideas to move forward, but not to continue the moratorium as it is harming individuals in the city of La Crosse. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions of the speaker? Seeing none. Our next speaker is Michael Buford of 311 Poplar Street on Alaska, representing the Crosse Area Realtors.
Good evening, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. I placed a handout in front of
Mike,
you.
can you pull that your microphone up? Just you can hang on to it if you want.
Okay.
It pulls off the stand.
I put a handout in front of you, and what I brought through this whole process, the moratorium, all the meetings and everything like that, we've tried to work towards ideas and solutions for the housing stock in La Crosse, the city of La Crosse. I brought a sample along for the membership to look at here. It's an example of a house that was a La Crosse City rehab project back in 2003. It was purchased. It was purchased by a young lady. $105,000 was the purchase price. The assessed valuation at the time was, I believe, about $118,000. It is now currently assessed at $137,000, and the taxes are over $4,000 or approximately $4,000. This was part of a program that was looked at out of prior studies. It was something that evolved out of solutions from other programs. We all agree there's got to be answers. This property is for sale. It's been on the market for over 300 days. They have not been able to to sell it. They found one buyer, and that buyer is a father that wants to purchase it for his son, daughter-in-law, and child as a transitional home until such time as they can buy it. And so in essence, he's treating, the father feels in order to do it the right way, he's using it as a rental property because the son is going to be making the payments. He's questionable about the registration process. He is really hesitant because of the moratorium of even being able to purchase this property. So it's stymieing these people. They've had a property identified for almost 2 years now that they want to purchase, to move on, to move up. This is an entry-level home. As you can see from the pictures, it's got great curb appeal. The quality is there. It's just because of the fact that the question about being able to rent it is holding it back from being sold. So I want you to really consider what's going on with extending this moratorium, because it is people like this that can't move ahead with their life because of what's going on. So, thank you.
Are there any questions of the speaker? Seeing none, we'll move on to the next speaker. Rick Hamilton of 1508 Tacoma Avenue, representing himself, realtors, and platforms.